They thought they knew pain, they thought they understood struggle, but the truth is, they had only ever been the ones dealing it out, never the ones carrying it. For them, pain was a weapon, not a reality. They used it to control, to belittle, to remind others of their supposed power. They laughed at your tears, dismissed your hurt, and called it weakness. They believed they were unshakable, immune to the kind of nights that kept you awake, the kind of days that left you hollow. But life has a way of turning the tables, and when it finally did, it didn't even unleash the full storm on them. No, it gave them only a fraction, just a whisper, just a glimpse of what you carried for so long. They wore their arrogance like armor. Every cruel word, every manipulation, every betrayal. To them, it was just another move in a game they thought they could never lose. They believed consequences were for other people. They thought they could hand out heartbreak like candy and still walk away untouched. To them, your pain was exaggerated, your strength invisible. They saw themselves as indestructible, the kind of people who could take anything and come out smiling. But that was before life handed them a mirror that showed them exactly what they'd put you through. And in that moment, they realized something they never wanted to admit. They weren't built for the pain they once celebrated inflicting. It didn't take much. Not the years of silent battles you fought, not the endless nights you spent questioning your worth, just a sliver of it. And they were already unraveling. The universe didn't drop the whole weight on them. It simply let a small piece slip through, and that tiny taste of your suffering shook the ground beneath their feet. They lost their balance. They lost their composure. The same people who told you to get over it were now crumbling under the very emotions they once mocked. Their confidence faltered, their smiles looked forced, and deep inside, where they thought no one could see, panic had started to grow. You didn't have to say a word. You just watched. From the sidelines, untouched, you saw their bravado turn into hesitation. They began second-guessing themselves. Their nights became restless, their days heavy. Guilt gnawed at them, not always for what they did, but because they now recognized what it feels like to carry the weight they placed on your shoulders. Their complaints grew louder. Their why me became almost comical when you remembered how they once rolled their eyes at your pain. It was almost poetic watching people who once called themselves strong crumble under the pressure of their own actions. But while they were just starting to feel the sting, you had already walked through the fire. You had already rebuilt yourself from ashes they left behind. What shattered you before no longer had power over you. You had transformed, grown stronger, and left the battlefield long before they even realized the war had begun for them. Now, the roles had reversed. They were the ones stuck in the storm. They were the ones trying to keep it together while life tested them. And you were free. You didn't need revenge. Life was already delivering it for you in ways you never could. Maybe this will change them. Maybe it will soften the edges of their cruelty, make them think twice before inflicting pain again. Or maybe it won't. Maybe they'll cling to denial, convincing themselves it's all just bad luck, refusing to face the truth. Either way, it's no longer your problem. Their growth is not your responsibility. Their healing, or their refusal to heal, is not your burden to carry. You've already done the hard part, surviving what the thought would break you. The rest is theirs to deal with. And that's the beauty of it. Your life is no longer tied to their choices. You've moved on, built a world where they have no place. While they wrestle with regret, you're building peace. While they replay old memories, you're creating new ones. They're haunted by what they did. You're fueled by what you've become. And the worst punishment for them is knowing that they didn't just lose you. They lost the chance to ever hurt you again. They'll wake up each day feeling the weight of their actions pressing down, while you rise each morning without it. And that, right there, is the sweetest justice of Allah.